There's a new home inspection rule. Hey everyone. So on October 15th, there is a new home inspection rule, and here is what it is. Buyers cannot waive home inspections, and sellers cannot take an offer that requires a home inspection to be waived. Now, it's very new, and so it's a little tricky what this is going to mean in the long term. But basically, in every offer now, it basically says the buyer has the right to have a home inspection and they have a reasonable time period in which to do it. And if they choose to do it, and then they decide they don't want the house or they want to negotiate it, it's basically all up to them. And there are these new forms we all have to fill out. So it's interesting because home inspection contingencies in an offer were always something that helped the competition, right? So if you wanted your offer to look better, you would pull out your home inspection. But now we can't do that. So the seller has to allow the buyer to have the home inspection. So we have to accept an offer knowing that the buyer might want to have a home inspection. Now, after we accept the offer, if the buyer says, I don't want one, great, but we don't know that up front. So, I feel like it's definitely giving buyers, some more power back in the transaction. It's a little interesting because a lot of times people would have a pre-inspect, which is a short home inspection before they actually place an offer. And people still do that. So clearly, they're not going to do a home inspection, and you know that about their offer. But they still must fill out the form that says, we have the right to do a home inspection. And then we have to figure out sort of like what is a reasonable amount of time to allow you to have that option or not. So it's a very interesting rule. Buyers certainly like it. Sellers are not so happy, but it's very, very new. So I've just had my first weekend of sort of getting offers in with that sort of stipulation. And, we have new forms and everything, and half the agents haven't filled out the right forms, and, it's going to take a little bit. But ultimately, buyers by right now have the option to have a home inspection, which is good for them. Now, let's just hope that they don't get crazy and sort of trying to negotiate upgrades and things like that, because a home inspection has always been for system safety and structure sort of, fixes versus updates or renos or anything like that. And it will require, I feel like, a realtor who has really good negotiating skills to help you through sort of sorting that out as the seller's agent. But that's the new rule. Yay! So home inspections required.